Getting broadband to rural areas is a challenge. It's a challenge that our friends here at Como met. Randy Clint of Como, you guys embarked on a fiber to the home project a couple of years ago. And then just recently with CAF, you ran into a bit of trouble in terms of a provider is saying that, well, this area isn't really served. Why don't you kind of describe that?
Well, last fall, as part of the CAF process, we challenged 550 census blocks where we had built fiber to the home and providing gigabit service, full triple play services, phone, video, and gigabit broadband. And as part of that challenge process, the large carrier disputed our challenge and claimed that they weren't really served, and we lost that challenge. So right now we stand ready to have those areas awarded federal funds to overbuild our fiber to the home project with 10 meg DSL.
It's a significant chunk of money that will basically go to an area that doesn't really need it.
Yeah, it's according to my calculations, $16 million in subsidy for these areas to be built whenever there's already fiber, and not just fiber, but gigabit residential service available to every one of those census blocks.
And based on the CAF requirements, they only really have to provide 10 megabits. And it doesn't have to be via fiber, right?
That's correct. 10 megabits is the only requirement, so we far exceed the requirement that's required to get those funds. And it's not necessarily us trying to get the funds, it's just us trying to prevent a carrier to come in and compete with us with federal subsidies.
Well, and your story is really unique. I mean, it's a very, very rural part of southern Missouri. It was totally unserved for the most part, and you built it out of your own cash flow, out of your own equity in the company, right? Your members' equity, right?
Yeah, this is purely financed with our members' equity, and no government grants or government loans or subsidies of any kind. So that's what's so disappointing about it is we think we're doing the right thing for rural America and rural Missouri, and this is such a disappointing thing to have happened. So we may have one recourse available to us, but we'll have to just see how that plays out.
It sounds like this isn't an isolated case. I know you probably don't want to talk about some of the other things you've heard, but there's only one, right?
There's another cooperative in Missouri, and the sad part about it is they did get stimulus funds. So their project was built with federal funds and has been inspected by federal employees, and those areas have obviously been served. They wouldn't have been able to receive their stimulus grant dollars, and then to have another federal agency then grant another carrier more subsidies to overbuild that same area. It was very disappointing.
Well, Randy, I wish you luck as you try to get this fixed, so thank you.
Okay, thank you.